This is the car park to ascend the Wrekin, a well-known Shropshire landmark. Now, what I have to do now is find where the start of the climb to the top of the Wrekin begins. It's been over 20 years since I was last heavily shaded, a wide track going up to the summit. It's not really particularly interesting. Most people are coming down 5:30 in the afternoon. It's about a 600-foot ascent from the car park. I think the main track goes up to the summit there, but I'll branch off here to the left and go climb the Wrekin from the far end. We're going for about half a mile and probably climb about 300 feet. And that's the first little bit of the view. I can't quite see it maybe with this camera, but it's quite a clear day. This track that goes round the side of the Wrekin before climbing the other side. It's descending a little bit here, so of course I'll have to, this will be added to the ascent I'll be doing later on. Continuing on this track, well trodden, it goes around the, skirts the side of the Wrekin. Probably come about 1.5 miles from the car park, and unfortunately there's very little in the way of views because of the canopy, overhead canopy. But okay, so here I'll go off this particular track that skirts the side of the Wrekin and take this track which kind of gradually climbs to the ridge. This track traverses around more or less level going to the ridge, and then it's a steep ascent then to the summit. But you can see there's pine trees on the right hand side. And on this track I should be hitting the ridge shortly if my map reading skills are any good, and then hopefully there'll be some views. Just left the main track down there. There's some looks like runners, a party of runners, but here's a very steep ascent going up this ridge, but no views unfortunately. I think it goes up steeply for several hundred feet to the summit from here. Finally, after an hour walking, I'm breaking into the open with the outstanding views that are to be had from the summit of the Wrekin. And there's Roseley Power Station there with a distinctive landmark cooling towers. I think that's the Clee Hills over there. Okay, the summit. There's probably still a way to go yet. In the distance is Car Caradog by Church Stretton, the Clee Hills. Onwards and upwards. There's some people coming down. Other than that party of runners, young runners, I've had this side of the mountain. Those look like summit rocks ahead, but it might be a false summit. The summit of Wrekin is 1,335 feet above sea level, and nearly 1,300 feet above the Severn Valley down there, so it's a distinctive landmark for miles around. I think the summit is actually where that mast is in the distance. But this is definitely the summit ridge. I can see the trig stone on the summit, so maybe 50 feet of ascent left. It's quite a clear day in the wind, of course. Obviously, picks up here on the summit. I won't say much right now because the wind has picked up quite a bit on this exposed summit. Viewpoint stone, the trig stone marking the summit. Now, I always thought that the Wrekin was an extinct volcano. The Wrekin, it has a volcanic shape, and there is lava rocks on the summit, but actually the lava rocks date from 700 million years ago, and they were volcanic. But of course, back then, 700 million years ago, this may have been on the other side of the world, and the landscape would have been totally different. I think that's an example of volcanic rock, just there. It's just on the summit. It's not lower down. The descent down to the car park, and down below is the town of Wellington, which is part of the larger town, the large town of Telford, which is of course where most of these people climbing this hill come from. Just come down there a few minutes ago, but I carried on down there, which I don't think is the main path. So I had to climb back up again, 60 or 70 feet, and I presume this is the main track back to the car. That's where I branched off on, well over 2 hours ago. And so this is the last bit of the walk, less than half a mile for the car. There's the car park. At the end of this walk, it feels as though I've climbed about 1,000 feet all told.